It's me, and I'm back. This time with guitar practice. I'm just like getting myself together. As you can see, if you could read the title, um, we're doing guitar practice today, and yeah, we're back into the creative phase. Thank you for the people with their signs and symbols. Um, Here we are. Um, yeah, so yesterday I did a vocal practice. I didn't live stream it. I should have. But I was like really like I think if I did, I wouldn't have focused so much on just singing the songs and just really having a good time. I'd have been like trying to like be in the frame on the phone and and I really just got to be like free and sing um and just really have fun and I enjoyed it. I'm sure if my life were anything like the Truman Show, you've probably already seen it or already know through that platform. And I'm excited to watch the playback through their platform. Um, but in due time. But for now, you know, I'm doing guitar practice and I figured I'd just sit and just go through some of the songs that I have on guitar. And yeah, we'll have a good time. So there'll be some originals and some covers. And yeah, and then that's the vibe. But for those who are new, hi, my name is Narice. I'm a singer, songwriter, guitarist, producer, visual artist, creative, multifaceted being on this planet, just trying to be great. And and I go on live stream from time to time and do my creative thing. Um, I know the last few times I've been live streaming, I'll do. I have been doing like music practices, like Music Mondays, Wave Wednesday, Fire Friday. I'm gonna change the structure up a little bit. And what first got me into live streaming was practicing. So I was doing vocal practice and guitar practice. So and I do want to get back to that because I felt like my voice was stronger at that point. And I feel like my voice is still stronger and gets better. But I just want to be consistent. So yeah. Um, that's where I'm at with it right now. And we're doing vocal practice. Well, I was doing vocal practice, but I'm doing more guitar practice. I'll do a little bit of vocal practice today, but that's not primarily the focus. Um, but the focus will be um, guitar. So yeah, and I guess I got a set list, but I'll probably just like go based on like how I'm feeling. So um, yeah. Let me try to run me out of town. But did you forget where I was grounded? Leave my baby down to the ground. Instead of you got that baby sounding. Though you played the game and try to take me out. Was that about it? Close and free on the same team, even if we get to agree, we could have done everything. You can take your degrees and believe in spite of everything. Just feeling free in a So that's alumni on a released unreleased project. We're figuring out the logistics over at Neo Mac Entertainment. Um, but yeah, I enjoy playing that song. Uh, Now this next one is also an original. I'm just gonna go through originals first, and then I'll get into the covers because the originals are the easiest for me to play, and I kind of have like a technical like structure that I'm doing based on technique, not necessarily on symbolism. Um, so yeah. All right, this next one is an original called Otherwise. It's not released, but I perform it a lot. Um, and I did switch up some of the lyrics, which, you know, can be predicted on the Truman Show script, but I'm just gonna go with it anyway. Um, so yeah, Otherwise, revised. Breaking out this prison sentence you placed me in. Now I'm free, 'cause I deserve to be. My word was a pricey purgatory, where I was constantly afraid to be. Since the exoneration, I just want vacation. Don't want no confrontations. Don't want no conversations. Otherwise, 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 I'll be free to fly. I choose to be as willing to escape upside down to change no one believes in. Hopefully you will see me other than strange like a sorry. To tell my own story. Otherwise, 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 I'll be free to fly. So that was otherwise. And okay. Now some of them I'm just gonna skip just because like some of them like I was just listing some songs that I know I'm going to have to practice eventually, but some of them aren't like I haven't finished writing the song. So like I have some chords together and I know like okay, eventually I do have to like practice this and make sure it's ready, but I gotta have to have a complete song first, right? You know? So so yeah. Uh, okay. This next one is called Misery. Um so Angie with me. The awkward moment now. You know, the life of being a cat lady. Um so this next one is called Misery. Which is like my freestyle song. I don't know. We'll see if there's a verse with this one. I'm gonna try to keep it simple, but my main focus again is guitar. So yeah. Um, I don't know what you want from me, but I know when I'm around you, so I just keep my resistance, and I just in my life break long distance. I know relationships get hard, but myself couldn't even predict the cards. Oh, now they all go getting tell me about this. Didn't want me, baby Smith, but on me tricks. I don't know what you want from me, but I know when I'm around you, love is a so I just keep my resistance, and I just celebrate, making long distance. 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 I know I'm alive at a party, but I don't give a fuck about them parties. No, 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 you try to get me to be naughty, but I ain't nobody in the party. I know I'm alive at a party, but I don't give a fuck about the parties. No, 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 you try to get me to be, but I ain't in the party. Your mind, my business, got me more than no one's gonna be like this on the table. Abyss of darkness, maybe. But hopefully I keep it down low from the TND. It's gonna like openness, I keep it minty, great. If that you would come get me, another friend for myself, for my trinity. Like, I don't know what from me, but I know you know you love me. So I just keep my resistance. I Distance, like breaking long distance. Making long distance, making long distance, despite all things, despite all things, I still pray for you. I was still party, and they tried to make me naughty. I just want to misunderstand me, but I still love like you. But I still love like you. I still love like you. There's a feeling. Yes, and I baby. Yes, and I baby. You keep my distance. That was a little recycled freestyle. Anyway, okay. Now this next record is also a released, unreleased genre. Okay, it's abrasive. No, I think I like that. Okay. See, the thing is, technically, that chord is supposed to be in the that note is supposed to be in the chord that, but I haven't played it like that. I mean, I can, but I mean, this is practice. But the thing is, it's just mad loud. That's the only thing about that note. That note on the A string, I believe. All right, I'm turning this down a bit. Yeah, sure. All right. I'm just gonna play it regular. And I mean, I know this what practice is for, but honestly, I don't know if I like that note. I think I like it better how I've been playing. Um, Anyway. Feel your embrace, my dear baby. I see you in my head. Can you take it? Place it feel like this makes me feeling about the tree that just be the light. We can feel it. We can be in love. I see things that I'm dreaming of. She's moving away, but I'm missing you. The visions of the dream that you just be out of love. We can feel again. We can be in our lives again. You are truly something divine, and time will tell the stars to align. And love in yours, you are mine. All right, and that is the one. So that's pretty much all the songs in terms of originals. Now we'll get into some covers of some faves. I know I listed some folks in the title here. That's probably what some folks are looking forward to. Well, we got to get the live stream going. Uh, you know, figuring out the formula for all of this. So yeah, but I got some like some challenging ones on here. I mean, Go Gene is basically otherwise. I haven't played that on guitar in a minute. No, I do it differently. No, it's different. It's different. It's no, that's how I did otherwise on the record. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this is all going. All right, whatever. Um anyway, um so yeah, I'm gonna skip that one. Um some of them I still have to learn. All right, but you know what? I will get into um all right. So I'm very proud of myself that I can play a Hiatus Kaiyote song all the way through. Granted, it's the same thing repeated. But so what? It's a bit of a challenge though. Like, there's like it's like a hammer on in there. And yeah, like it's a quick melody, like how you have to play it. Like once you get it, it's easy. But like to learn it, it's like a bit of a challenge if you're not like a intermediate guitar player or whatever. Which I guess I would say that now, maybe in a way. Um Now the next one I'm gonna do is the one that I'm really working on. So like yeah, I know I've been able to like perform through most of the songs. I know like some songs I did like I messed up a little bit. But the next one, give me some grace, okay? Because I know I'm still working on the actual song. And yeah, so like it might take me a bit to get like through the song. But I mean I played along to the actual song on guitar and was like pleasantly surprised, but it was a workout for sure, like in terms of the chords, because like it's so much going on. It's like I mean that's better than I thought it was gonna be actually. Like, okay, let me find out. All right. Anyway, we'll get to that one though. Let's do all right. This is Belong by Hiatus Coyote. Um, off their album Choose Your Weapon. And I wouldn't choosing any weapon. Don't mind me quoting myself. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. Stone of go and take off it, not bullets with courage, true to death. Stone of go and take off it, not bullets with courage, true to death. The one that loves the best for us, also sometimes better you. Never you, I have been to the river, nothing more than the space about. Let it be inside, this so let's let go and take a bit and not believe it's the courage. Just it down. So let's let go and take a bit and not believe it's the courage. Just it down. So let's let go and take a bit and not believe it's the courage. Just it down. So let's let go and take a bit and not believe it's the courage. Just it down. All right. Well, that was the line, which is one of my faves. I mean, the whole album is a no skip album, so they're all my faves. But I do particularly enjoy that one. Now this next one is off of Napalm's solo project, Needle called Crossfire. But she does her own original Crossfire, and then it's a medley into So Into You by Tamia. And it's so dope. It's so dope. It's so smooth. And I kind of got it. I haven't really practiced doing it with vocals too much. So I'm just gonna do the best I can, do the best that I can with what I got. So all right, hold on. All right. I was getting into it. I was getting into it. All right, hold up. Let me get my life situated real quick. And it's like how she jumps in on the vocals is like in between. All right. When you fall in love, when you fall in love, oh, fall in love, fall in love, oh. How can I begin? How good it is to define what you call it a day. Giving it any other time. Crossroad is better than the crossfire. Yeah, better than the... Ah, damn. All right, hold on. All right, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna start over. You fall in love, you fall in love, you fall in love, you fall in love. How can I defend how good? Shit. How can I begin? How good it is to find what you call it a day. But you're giving it any of your time. A crossroad is better than a crossfire. Better than a crossfire. All right, sorry, y'all. I'm gonna play with the song because, like I said, I've only practiced the guitar part. I haven't really practiced singing with it, and I know the words. I know the words, but sometimes I forget the transitions. So bear with me, y'all. Give me some grace. And it's a challenging song, but I got it though. I'm gonna get the song. All right, I'm gonna get the song. So we gonna play with Nay, but I feel like she plays this a lot faster. Oh no, I think I was on the right tempo. All right, let's get it. All right, hold on, girl. Let me just. All right. All right, let's get it. Sorry, I'm off. When you fall in love, when you fall in love. I'm just gonna play along. All right, hold on. Crossroad. I'm not trying not to play it too loud because monetization. You gotta calculate the coins how I can. All right, so this one I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna play along guitar by itself, so I can just focus on that. And then I feel like if I get a good footing with that, then I'll like add the vocals. So all right, let's get it. All right. All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Flag on the play. Flag on the motherfucking play. All right. I can play this fucking song. Okay? All right. And this is why we practice. We practice. We make mistakes and it happens. But you know, we work through it. All right. I'm going to do it by myself, slow down first. Then I'll play with her. Then from there, we'll see if we'll have the vocals. All right. I think my transitions weren't like perfect, but you know, all right. No, I'm gonna do it again. But this song I'm gonna play with me. But you know, it is getting easier to play this song now. It's that. The fuck happened to the sound? You know what's interesting is that the tempo be changing in the middle of the song, and I'm like, hold on. And then plus, I know there's times where I'm getting into the groove, and then after I'm playing way too fast, and I'm like, okay, hold on, I need to slow down. But then I'm like, wait, hold on, okay, the actual tempo of the song is slowing down. Like during that breakdown where she's like, uh, how to get by when it turns to chaos. How do I get when it's sudden for you? Yeah, that part. Because like the tempo actually, she's slowing the tempo up compared to the. Oh shit! And then she goes to. I can't hold when it turns to bitter yours. How do I get when it's serving like you? Oh, Christmas, better than it was fine. Better than it was fine. Yeah. And like singing it is a whole nother thing in it too, in itself, especially the second verse. Because the second verse is when she amps it up vocally. It's just a challenging song altogether. But I'm gonna get it down. I'm gonna have it together at some point. But yeah, because the second verse is how does it go? How can I begin when you're shutting it down? When you want my love, but you don't want to give any of yourself. Oh, oh, a crossroad is better than a crossfire. Oh, fire, fire, fire. How to keep up when it turns a bit of yours? How do I get love when it's serving only you? Yeah, I'm like vocals, vocals. Yeah, I'm like, girl, she better than me, cause not I, not my love. Absolutely not. Um, yeah, but but it'd be like that though, you know. But I guess a crossfire is better. Across the road is better than across. Mm, yeah. Well, that's that. All right. So I said I was gonna practice it by myself. I was gonna practice it with the track. I think I need to do it again with the track before I like really sing to it. I might like sing along a little bit, but I'm not gonna do it all the way through because it's a challenge. It's a challenge. And like I said, that second verse, I mean, I can sing it, but to play at the same time is it's a work in progress. But I'm a look, Nay girl, hey Nay, girl, Miss Nay. Now you ain't have to eat the song like you did. Okay? I mean, I guess ain't no other way to do it. She like, well, if I can, why not? You know? And if these bitches can't keep up with me, then it is what it is. And I respect it. I respect it. A queen, a vocalist, a guitarist, like, and masterfully skilled at both, and songwriter too. You know, like I really appreciate like the talented um creatives and women out here. Like I was just listening to side note, super side note tangent. But if you know me, you know I'm a Mariah stan. And I was listening to the clip of her performing "Fly Like a Bird" at the um the Grammys in like 2005, 2006. I think it was 2006 because the album came out 2005. Yeah, that Grammys that year. And I was like, every time I see that clip, I will always stop and listen to it because she ain't have to eat that performance the way that she did, okay? And somebody in the comments was like, her performing a gospel, like shout out to her performing a gospel song in the Illuminati Hall. Like, yes, Lord, they need the Holy Ghost. They need all of the Jesus that they can get um up in that place. But yeah, and I was just like really like thinking, like, yo, the structure of that album, Emancipation of Mimi, like just the variety of songs that she has on that album. If you haven't listened to it, you gotta listen to it. It's amazing. I don't even care if you don't care for Mariah as a vocalist, listen to it, it's amazing. She has songs from like It's Like That and Shake It Off, which are like, like the upbeat bops that you could jam to. And then you have like the, Baby Come Back records, like We Belong Together type of thing. And then she has like her like upbeat songs too, like Say Something and To the Flow, which I think are both produced by no, I think Say Something is produced by Pharrell. I think To the Floor is produced by Jermaine Dupri. Yeah. And and then she has like her classic contemporary adult contemporary ballads on there. And then, like just sprinkle that little gospel song at the end, Fly Like a Bird. And I'm like, who's doing albums like that? Like, where are the R&B albums where they have like an range of like variety, and then you got that good old inspirational track at the end of the album, and that's what "Fly Like a Bird" is. And I was just like, man, like the vocals, like, and what I really appreciate about Mariah, aside from her just being a really good singer, and growing up just wanting to like emulate the runs and the stylistic approach to how she sings, and just the more I've learned about her is that like she writes her songs. Okay, she's a songwriter and produces the song too. And some people like you can get producer kind of like mixed up because I guess in today's age, you would think of a producer as somebody that makes beats or makes the song, but really that's a beat maker. And a producer is someone that can build the song, like as controversial as he is, but someone that was a pretty good producer was Diddy. Whereas although he wasn't back there making the beats, but he was one to be like, all right, we gonna sample this old school song and then flip it like this. And then that's why you have all those classic records from Bad Boy, with Juicy or Juice by Biggie. If it wasn't for that sample, that Juicy Fruit sample, but it takes a producer to have that ear to build a song like that. And Mariah happens to be a really good producer. And not only that, but it helps to be a vocalist and a songwriter too, because it's like you're writing the songs, you can sing the song. And so you have the ear to be like, all right, I'm gonna do these harmonies in the background, and then I'm gonna do these runs on the top, and then maybe we could have a choir come in, and then the choir could do these parts. And you know what? Someone who doesn't get enough credit as a someone that's really good at vocal arranging and producing, Miss Beyonce. Oh yes. Miss Beyonce is pretty masterful at that as well. You can hear it in her harmonies, and especially back in the Destiny Child days, um, you know, they would say like she would put together all the harmony parts for the girls and be like, "All right, you're gonna sing this part, you're gonna sing this part, and then you're gonna sing this." Like since we're in the holiday season, their rendition of what's that song called? Carol of the Bells. Okay, go listen to that and tell me them harmonies ain't eating. But my point is, back to Mariah. uh, she knows how to build a song and say, all right, we're gonna have this part come in, have the violins do this, then a choir to sing this part, and then I'm gonna come in right here. Like it takes someone to be able to build the song. And I appreciate not only women who do more than just sing the song, because that's another thing if somebody just write the song and give it to you. And there's no shade to the people who do that. We love that too. Because it is a job. But for the creatives who can do all of that, who can write sing the song down, okay, and build the song. And that's why I really like Napalm as an artist too. Now full circle moment, back to the point. Um, because she produces her songs as well, and is damn good at it. And not only that, but as a guitarist, as a songwriter, because she writes those songs, and a vocalist, a masterful vocalist, and does the arrangements of the vocals. And I'm pretty positive with the Needle Palm album because some of it were acoustic versions of the songs that were on Choose Your Weapon, and then some of it were just like original songs that she wrote that wasn't a part of the band. And she has this group of singers that will do the backgrounds for her, and I'm pretty sure she arranged all those parts. I mean, I'm sure if they like are contributing pieces to the group, you know, to the performance, they'll be like, oh, maybe I'll do this run like this. And I'm not saying they ain't got no credit, but I'm just saying like I'm pretty sure she's like, look, all right, you're gonna sing this part like this, you're gonna sing this part, and I'm gonna play the guitar, and then we're gonna switch it up, and then we're gonna go back over here, you know? So I say that to say, for the talented women out here that do it all, aren't just like pretty faces that sing songs, but can really like build the song and build the performance, and it takes an ear for that, and it takes talent, and and patience too, because sometimes you have to really think about like how you want to do the run and how you want to do the harmonies and how you want to piece it together, because there's so many different ways you could do it. And yeah, that's why I appreciate like creatives like that. And yeah, Napalm, girl, this is a challenging song, but I'm here for it. And I'm grateful to even be able to play some of the chords, like to know the chords and be able to like play it and be able to sing the song. I just have to like practice it and then piece it all together. So yeah, we're gonna do it one more time. But I have to have my little TED Talks, my musical TED Talks in here, because it wouldn't be me if it wasn't. So yeah, this is Crossfire again because this is guitar practice, right? So we practicing guitar. See that? I need to land on that chord like I know I can land on it. Like, all right, let's go. The fuck? Girl, the tempo is fucking me up right now. Cause I'm like, it's certain parts where like it gets slow and or at least like I'm trying to follow it. And I'm like, this is sounding a little bit off. And I'm and it's one thing to like because she has such a like complex syncopated way of singing the song. So I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is happening? Because I'm like, I'm listening to the words and I'm like, okay, wait, I'm going too fast. But then I'm like, but then it speeds up. Like the tempo changes in the midst of the song, which is really fucking dope. But it throws me off sometimes. So like, I gotta hear for which part is doing what, especially when she gets into that breakdown, um, with like bridge section. Like this intro is quick and then it like slows down a little. Hold up. That part in itself, I gotta. Okay, all right. I'm gonna do this one more time because there was a few spots in the song where, like, the transitions, I had to smooth it out, and I figured it out. But now I want to be able to play it all the way through. So, um, yeah. All right, let's go. All right. It's gotten better, but it's like one part that I know what I gotta do. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's like that one part where it's okay. I got it. I got it. I know he's going. I just have to remember where that part is. Like I know how to play the part, I just have to remember where it is in the song. Whew, my goodness. Y'all, when you fall in love. Let me give my hands a break and sing the song. When you fall in love, when you fall in love, I can love again. How good? How can I defend how good it is to define? Okay, all right, we're gonna start that over. All right, I got it. I can love again. You shouldn't have done. All right, that's the second verse. Okay. When you fall in love, when you fall in love, oh, when you fall in love, when you fall in love, how can I defend how good it is to define when you call it a day before you're giving it any of your time? A crossroad is better than a crossfire. Better than a crossfire. A crossroad is better when you fall in love. When you fall in love. Oh, when you fall in love. When you fall in love. Oh. How can I begin when you're shutting it down, when you want my love, but you don't wanna give any of yourself. Ah, ah, a crossroad is better than a crossfire. Oh, oh, higher, higher, higher. How to give up when it turns to be yours? How do I get love when it's serving only you? A crossroad is better than a crossfire. Better than a crossfire. A crossroad is better than a crossfire. Fire, yeah. Better than a crossfire. When you fall in love, 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 fall in love, when you fall in love, when you fall in love. Those notes. I think you're truly something special. Just what my dreams of really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, boy. There's no one like you around. Oh, baby. I really like what you done to me. I can't really explain it. I am so into you. I really like. I am so into you. Yeah. Um, so I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm do it one more time. I'll put it together, vocals and guitar part next time. But I think the main thing is that I really want to do is be able to play the whole thing through guitar. I know I could sing the whole thing through. I want to play the whole thing through with the guitar. But I'm grateful for how far I've come today. Um, and now I know like the nuanced parts that it's like, okay, this is the transition. This is how I have to play this part here. And then yeah. All right. So one more time. One more time. All right. It was better. Like I got the part. I knew where the part was that I was looking for, but I messed up at like random spots, and it pisses me off. Um, so I want to do it again. So that is what practice is for, right? All right. It's almost there. I guarantee you the next time I play this is gonna be smooth. It's because I'm like constantly repeating it, but I'm building the muscle memory for it. And like the little mistakes are pissing me off, but I know the next time I play it, it'll be a lot easier for me to do. Usually that'll happen where I'll do it like a bunch of times and I'll keep making these little mistakes, but then like I step away from it and then like come back the next day and it's you know if only that were a synopsis of my life. If only. If only. Hmm. Anyway, um, I really like this song. I really like this song. It's fun to play on the guitar. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm just like trying to get my hair strands together. Um, just having a glamour moment because like I keep looking at this fucking one, like two strands just like stand out. I'm like, if you don't get in the okay, like stay in formation. Okay. Part of me kind of wants to do this again. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, but I am tired of this song. Um, I'm tired of playing this fucking song. But I enjoy it at the same time. But you know what? I do want to play it one more time. I really want to try to play it without like any major fuck ups. So yeah. So one more win. God damn it. I knew that part was coming up too. Better than a crossfire. Okay, so I gotta hold better than a cross. Okay. All Okay. Okay. All right. Got it. I got it now. Because it's like I gotta hold that one, and then it's all right. You know. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, I got it. I got the song, I got the symbolism, I get the message, I get what y'all trying to say. I got all the things, okay? But you know what's interesting? You know what's really interesting? I'm speaking across the fourth wall and through Truman Show benches. Um, and World of Magic doesn't make any sense. You know, because we like to try to make sense over here. You know, I like to be a very logical person. It's the Aquarius in me. We're very intellectual and we're thinkers. We're very observant of things. And me personally, I like to try to understand things. I try to understand, you know, what's going on. What are the inner workings? How does this work? Why does this work? For what? For why? Right? And in a magical world where you can do magic spells and potions and things. And okay, speaking of the magical things, in a magical world where you can do this, you know, the potions of the things. Just out of curiosity, why would one want to put a love spell on someone to love someone that isn't available? Why? Why? I'm just curious. Now, I think it's one thing to care about like someone's well-being and all those things or whatever, and have like, you know, out of like concern, but to like put a love spell on, to put on, to ignite, um, falling in love with someone that is not able to reciprocate. What's the point? Why? I need somebody to make that make sense to me. Because you know, I like to try to make sense. That don't make no sense to me. Like, you know, you can get to the whole discussion of like, you know, type of relationship structures of like open relationships and that type of thing. But for all intents and purposes of traditional structure, why why would why would why would we want to do that? Why are we doing that? Yeah, I'm saying this out of uh, general observation, just how I see things happening on social media and like in the music industry and entertainment industry of like, you know, go get your man. But your man, if that's supposed to be your husband, if that's supposed to be your wife is with somebody. So why we want you to go get your wife that's with somebody? Hmm. Are we promoting breaking up homes? Because I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know, like like I get it. Like there's movies that like do a really good job at making that seem like the thing to rally behind. Um, when it's like you hear like the backstory of a couple and then they like separate and then somebody's with somebody else and then it's like, oh, but that's their soulmate. You're supposed to be with that person. Well, that other person not available. So why you want to break up with it? Is that like you know what I mean? I feel like there's some like rom-coms that are like really good at like putting that together and making you like root for like fuck that bitch, go get your person. But like but they with that person. So what if they like that person? That's who they want to be with. You know what I mean? Like why can't we respect that? I don't understand. I want to understand. I get it, like, for storylines and certain, like, shows and films and stuff like that. I don't know, just random thought. It's a random observation that I've noticed, you know? Just just trying to gather the logistics of it all. Why? Why are you still here with me? You've been so used to the fast life. I've been listening to Mario lately. No symbolic pun intended. But he got some good songs. That Go album is amazing. And it didn't get the credit that I feel it deserves. Quality vocals, quality production, songwriting, vocal arrangement. I'm a fan of all of those things. Um, yeah. Just a thought. Just a thought anyway. But what do I know? What do I know? That's why I asked the questions. Because I mean, you know, I'm like, so y'all just be, you know what I mean? And I mean, I'm not gonna go any further than that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna ask that question. And I would like to see a logical, respectful answer to that question that would respect all parties. You know, I'm just out of curiosity. Anyway, may I fall in love. I'm just singing the song, okay? This ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just singing the song, play it on guitar. The better that I get, the better I could be at performing these songs. Hopefully live in front of humans, because that would be wonderful. Um, that transition wasn't smooth. Man, it's like, but I'm glad that I could play that part because, man, when I first learned it, I was like, bitch, why you got all these fucking chords so fucking close to each other at like in a split of a second? Like, the fuck is we doing, Napalm? Like, the fuck. But I mean, I could do it. I just gotta clean it up. That's all. Ah, almost. Shit. That's slow. I'm getting sloppy. It's getting sloppy now. Um, I would say, you know what's interesting? I feel like the other songs that I be playing, I know I've gotten better. I know I've gotten better as a guitarist. I would say I think I would call myself maybe intermediate. I don't know. That could be debatable. But I feel like the thing that I struggle with is just like cleaning up the sound. Like I know when I like even if it's a challenging song, I think I've gotten past the point where I would be like, "Oh, this is difficult for me to do." Like I've gotten to a point where I'm like, "I just need to learn it." So I'm like, "Okay, I could learn that song. It sounds tricky. There's a lot of chords, but I just need to figure out what those chords are and just practice it, and then eventually I'll learn the song." But I feel like there's times where I'll learn a song, but it'll still be like a little bit like like I'll play a little bit sloppy. And so I that's something I really want to work on is just like cleaning up the sound, especially with bass, because I don't practice bass enough. If anything, I like it's easier for me to just pick up my guitar and just play chords because I can play it without it being plugged up. With the bass, it's like it's harder to hear that way. Um, and but the crazy thing is that I started playing bass before I even played guitar. Like I had a bass guitar. I had a like acoustic guitar, but it's really not a good one. And in order for me to play it, like I have to press the strings really hard. But I think you have to naturally do that with acoustic anyway. But I like electric because you don't have to do that. And I have like delicate fingers. Like I'm a lady. Um but I mean I don't mind getting calluses or whatever, which is funny because I haven't got calluses in a while. Um but I know when I have calluses, I'm like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm like, I should have calluses. But anyway, yeah, bass. I played bass before playing guitar. Because I always like not shitted on guitar, but like I always thought I would always think like the popular thing was overrated. I'm very much like a B-side kind of girl. And what I mean by that is like if there's a song on an album that everybody loves because it's on the radio, I'm the one that wants to listen to the rest of the album and see what's the like the hidden gem that nobody's really like paying attention to. That's really like the bop for real. And I've just always kind of been like that in life. Like, um, speaking of string instruments, when I was in middle school, we had the option. They had like a string orchestra, and we had the option of playing violin, cello, viola, and double bass. I wanted to play something small that's easier for me to carry because I was looking at them people carrying the cello, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm pretty sure the cello is dope to play, but little old me carrying that around, absolutely not. I'll make do with my viola. And so instead of playing violin, I chose viola because I'm like, everybody wants to play violin. Violin has all the melodies. And I always thought it was cool that alto read, I mean, violas read on an alto clef, and I had never heard of that before when I first started. I heard of the treble clef and the bass clef, the treble for the higher notes, bass for the low notes, but never heard of the alto clef. And there's very few instruments that read on the alto clef. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is me. We love the rare, you know, what's the word? The just like the rare specialty things that isn't really that common and easily accessible. Um, So yeah, I chose to be a violist, and yeah, and I kind of felt that way about bass when it came to like just like your standard band instruments, like guitar, bass, drums, vocals. Like I can sing already, so it's like okay, that's naturally like the front person role. But and I didn't have like a quality guitar at the time, and I was just like, I'm just gonna play bass. And so, and really, it stemmed from shout out to Benny, rest in peace. It stemmed from a friend of mine playing guitar at an open mic, and he would ask me what songs that I would want to play, and he'll learn the songs. So I would tell him the songs, and he would never learn the damn song. And I'm like, you know what, Benny, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of waiting on you learning these songs. But grateful at the same time in hindsight because it pushed me to playing bass. So I was like, you know what? Instead of relying on him, because mind you, he had a lot going on in his life. Like he was running businesses and hosting and and booking gigs and all these things. Like he had things going on. And so but that frustration inspired me to pick up my bass. And I was like, you know what? This bass is sitting here. let me just like try to figure this out. And so I would play at open mics and I would be struggling on that bass. Like I know that thing was sounding crazy, but it was just the fact that like I was intrigued enough to be like, let me just try to play this for myself. And then it forced me to play bass and sing at the same time. And I hadn't done that in a long time. But every now and then I'll come up with like a really groovy bass line for a song. And because like the thing about bass that's really cool is that I think it's easier for me to navigate the bass than it is the guitar, but I play guitar better. And what I mean by that is that because naturally I'm a singer and I have a love for melodies, coming up with bass lines are easy for me because it's melody. It's just like coming up with you're doing like single notes at a time. It's not like you have to play chords like on a guitar. And with guitar, like I struggle. I don't know what I'd be playing for real. I have to look at tutorials online and then just try to like copy the chords. But with the bass, if I could hum a melody and then just figure out the notes on the bass, it's easy for me to like just put something really groovy together. And like even with this one particular track that I'm working on, it's like a transition song. So it's like two, maybe three different songs like transition together. And there's a part where the bass line comes in, and I need to re-record it because I played a little sloppy. But the night that I laid down like the demo version, I was coming up with the bass line at the same time, so I didn't really have time to practice it, so it sounded good. Because that's the thing, I just need to practice this, so, like, anytime I pick it up, it sounds good. But, I just wanted to, like, get the idea down, and then I'll go back and, like, clean it up. But, it was easy for me to come up with that bass line because I just came up with, like, a melody, and it's like, and I mean, it sounds weird singing it by itself, but when you hear it with the track and like drums and everything, it's pretty fucking dope. Um, but yeah, it's like it's easier for me to create. That's the thing. It's easier for me to create on bass than it is with guitar. But because it's so much in terms of like putting chords together, I have to practice guitar more, and I don't practice my bass enough. So yeah, well, I'm working on getting back into it, but I know I keep getting better though. Like I just need to figure out like a system to be consistent. It's just like when you're living this life, just trying to like exist in the world, and you're fighting the witches and warlocks, and then like discovering like, oh, you can harness weather, like like it's I don't know, like sometimes playing guitar is a side quest in a way, but like it's a passion though. It's a passion and I try not to lose it too much. So yeah. But okay. I enjoyed playing this. Um all right. I think what are we in 2 hours now? And it's 11 o'clock. It's pretty late. I wanted to start this earlier, but I was working on um some stuff. So I had to like organize some things. But I will be live streaming more often. I've seen the subliminal requests. I appreciate that. I think. I don't know. Sometimes I gotta squint when it comes to you guys. Even if people are helpful, I gotta look, you know, because I mean, it's unfortunate to be that way, but I think they say that paranoid people survive the longest, right? Um, and I guess for me, it's just I've dealt with several circumstances and situations where kind gestures have had agendas behind it. So, but I receive the kind gesture though. Like I'll receive it in a way when it as it benefits me. But I still got to squint at you hoes sometimes. um, but no, like I do um appreciate the positivity. I do sense that and feel that. And I'm not gonna lie, there are times where it's a bit confusing. And like it's a difference between like people like disagreeing with you because I can deal with people disagreeing with me, but it's another thing where I feel like I'm being slighted or like being like the butt of the joke or certain narratives are confusing where it's like, people act like they're in support of you, but then like they say something that kind of like as a jab at you, and it's like, I'm like, I'm not fucking with that. Not interested. And my thing is like, I don't want for people, I don't want people to feel like, oh, you have to love me and you can't love anything else. No, I just want things to be clear. That's all. you know? And I'm cool with people disagreeing with me or like challenging me in a way. But there's just too many instances where I just feel like my guard is down and I feel like I trust people and spaces, and then like there's just things that happen that just make me feel like, am I being taken advantage of here? Um, am I being pandered to? Because people will do that. They'll say what you want to hear or what they think you want to hear rather than what they actually feel. And, and I know, and it's crazy because sometimes you have to look out for the people who are kind, because at least with the people who are combative and don't like you, at least you know what it is. But sometimes with people who are kind, it's like, okay, they're saying the right things, but it's like maybe they don't actually fuck with you, and they're just like doing these things to kind of like see what they can gain from you or how they can siphon your energy. And then and it's unfortunate because there are people who are genuinely kind, and maybe there's like a misstep or a mistake, and maybe things are interpreted the wrong way. Um and like I can understand that, but I don't know. I try to be understanding of that. But at the same time I have to protect my energy and protect my sanity and my heart and just my like existence, like self-preservation. And I've through the years I've learned how to be very fine on my own. Um, and I know life doesn't have to be like that because as humans we're tribal people and we want to love and be loved. But you know, I have enough self-respect and I have enough patience and I believe enough discernment to be okay with being on my own rather than being in situations that feel confusing. And yeah, and for the people that are genuine and kind and really rock with me, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I'm doing my best to work through my feelings to receive that. It's just tough when you're still like in the midst of battle. And it's like, okay, you get some allies in the midst of the battle, and I'm grateful for that. But sometimes like the messages be a little confusing, and it's like, okay, I hear what you're saying, and it's like, okay, what you're saying seems like a jab to the ops, but like in another multiverse, it could be directed over here. So what we talking about? I don't like that shit. I'm like, just say what you want to say, because like it gets to a point where like the triple entendres in coded languages is exhausting, because it's like you could interpret things and misinterpret what people are trying to say. And and some people may genuinely be like in support, but like how a thing is worded or if they say something wrong accidentally, you never know. Um, you just gotta like deal with it. But I'm just hoping like my hair isn't looking too like wild right now because like on my screen like I'm little on here, but then like if I watch the playback, then I'm like I'll notice like all the little things that are like um bothersome to me visually, but whatever. Um, yeah, so I mean that's all the guitar songs. Crossfire was a song I knew that I was gonna have to like work at despite people's notifications. Um, I peep. But yeah, There were some other songs I was gonna work on. There's some songs I have to learn. I have to learn some more, some new songs. Um, but yeah, it's kind of like what I see what that was. With the time and the message and all that. I'm like, okay, if it's not the real person, why are y'all playing this game? And if the real person don't want to do this, then why are y'all trying to do it? Make it make sense. Let me know. If the real person wanted to, they would have, and they did. But much love and respect and well wishes to all. You know, I just send love like way long distance. That goes to everybody. You know, I just want to like send my blessings and like it and be on my way. But I know y'all like to hype stuff that don't make no sense. So yeah, but and like the message will get across to whom all it needs to. But anyway, yeah, it's getting late, and this was good practice though. I enjoyed this. You know, I'm getting better as a guitarist, and I'm proud of that. So there's that. All right, y'all. So y'all know, for those who are familiar with me and how I do things on my live stream, I I like to try to end on a high vibrational frequency. Because the state of the world is very low vibrational and irritating. And I just be trying my best to be trying my best to make it a positive world. Alright. So all right. I like to say a prayer. This time I'm a freestyle. Usually I'll do Psalm 23, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I saw this post earlier today about just like prophesizing over your life and over your day. And usually I'll start mine with like gratitude. I even in the midst of the shenanigans of the world, I try my best to be in a space of gratitude. And because I know I have a lot to be grateful for, even when the world is can be a bit bleak. So uh, we'll do the prayer. But yeah, I just wanted to say, starting with gratitude, because even in the midst of the struggle or the things that we go through in everyday life, there's usually something to be grateful for. Even in the midst of the struggle, there's usually like a lesson or a challenge that's building you. And I've just been thinking about certain things revealing itself in my life, and and yeah, in the midst of that, I'm like, I feel like certain situations, like okay, because like dealing with humans be annoying because like in my reality there's always this thing of like hinting at the future thing. It's like I'll tell you this or I'll message you this, but this is actually in relation to something that hasn't gotten to you yet or whatever. And it's just like this ongoing thing of like the next hints or scavenger hunt or whatever. And then then I be in situations that don't make no sense. Cause it's like kind of like that rom-com analogy I was telling y'all about. It's like, okay, do this love spell. But it's like, okay, why y'all want a love spell on somebody that's in a situation? Like, okay, that don't make no fucking sense to me. It don't. You know? So whatever. And I just feel like that be happening in life sometimes where it's like, okay, I'm trying to understand the sign and the message here and the best way I can handle the circumstance, but at the same time, it's like, what y'all want don't make no fucking sense to me. Um, and y'all not about to put me in a situation to be problematic. Like, that's just not what's going to happen. Unless there's some hidden meaning and a hidden riddle and symbolism being used and referenced or whatever, because like that's the world that we're in right now, where everything is like encoded and it's not literal, but it's figurative or metaphorical. And it's like, okay, just tell me what the fuck it is. Like I'm kind of tired of that. I'm tired of the fucking scavenger hunts. Like I just want to know like what is it, and in that I'd be feeling like all these years I feel like this could have been said in two sentences, you know? And but I get it, it's not as entertaining. It's not as like, you know, it's not as entertaining or exciting as the riddles and the breadcrumbs that lead you to this, you know? But and then at the same time, like bringing it back to gratitude. Um, in the midst of my prayer, I was saying like, just finding I was trying to challenge myself to speak of positive things without mentioning the negative. Like, although we have the challenges in life and but just being grateful for what I was able to learn and how I've built my skills and how I've learned um, my strength and just certain powers and energy within me. And I needed to go through that journey in order for me to acquire those things and build those skills. And sometimes you need those battles and you need those battle scars and those challenges and adversities to strengthen you, to build you, to empower you. And it's tough to go through in real time, but then in hindsight, when you look back and it's like, damn, I made it through all of that. And not only that, but I've gotten better. Like I've gotten better as a person, I've gotten better with my habits. Like I'm not as, like impulsive or not as like into my addictive behaviors as I used to be or whatever. Or like, like I'm not consumed by my vices um like I used to be. And like I've grown. Like there's certain things that I used to be like certain moments of conflict that would have like shooken me to my core, like just getting into like a back and forth or whatever. I'd have been like ruminating on like, oh, did I say the right things? Did I offend this person? Did I, you know? And then it evolved into me like speaking up for myself and like, standing my ground. And then it's gotten to a point where it's just like, okay, I don't even care. Or like not that I don't care, but like I'm able to see through it. And it's like instead of being so caught up in the heat of a moment, I'm like, okay, there's a deeper thing happening here. All right, let me handle that. And then get on with my day and it not be so like mentally draining and cumbersome as it once was at a previous version of myself that may have been more like passive aggressive and really trying to avoid conflict and like being a people pleaser type of thing. And now I don't give a fuck about that. Um, respectfully, not in an inconsiderate way, but in a I gotta put me first, Lucius kind of way. Um, and I don't know, I hope in me saying that inspires you all. Because and I'm thinking about like just the way like people even approach content these days. They got to do all the fucking, like trying to. plant the seeds in your subconscious mind kind of bullshit. It's just like, just make the fucking content. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is just so corny to me. Like, just say what you gotta say. You know, people gotta do the whole, you know, and and the and it's like, just say what the fuck you gotta say. You know, like part of me is like, I mean, it's better to know it than to not know it because you're aware of what it is and you can see the symbolism and hidden stuff. But it's like, and I could do all that, but like for what? Like, and that's one of my points. It's like dealing with all this riddle shit. It's like, man, can we just get the like just say what the fuck you need to say. You know, if you rock with me, just say that. If you don't, you don't. You know, if you want to be my friend, then cool. If not, stop playing with me. You know, that's it. That's all. Like, you know, and the whole like leaving breadcrumbs and preparing you for the situation that could potentially be another situation that disappoints you and lets you down and you got your hopes up and you thought it was going to be this thing because people was hyping it to be this thing but then it's really not this thing and then you know and here you are looking dumb for believing all this like hoopla that's around you intentionally trying to make you believe the thing and it's like just say what it is, just say what it is and say what it's not so we can like get on with life. You know what I mean? Because like I have aspirations, I have goals, I have things that I want to strive for, and it's not like I'm letting like other people interfere with that. Like I mean, I'm still going to pursue the things that I want to do in my life, but it's like at the same time, I'm trying to say like how do I say this? Yeah, like okay, like like it's not like anything is okay. Hypothetically speaking, for example, it's like say say you have like a high school sweetheart type of situation and you separate or whatever the case may be and then like people are like oh they're in town you know and then trying to like hype up a reunion or whatever and then say like you know and like so many people are like oh but you guys look so nice together and it's like your person that's your twin flame and you're made to be with this person but it's like is that really the case? You know, like, it's like, who's to say that that spot is just so guaranteed for that person? Like, who's to say that there's not more in the world? Or like, you know, there's like billions of people on this planet, and who's to say like there's not, you know, like the person that you went to high school with is supposed to be the love of your life when there's like so many other people around the world that you never know, like might have a better, deeper connection with. You know what I mean? And like sometimes people can get like so wrapped up in that, and, like, you know, and when there's enough people like hyping it, then it's like, okay, maybe. But then it's like, but really, it's like, okay, you know, like just because there's a place, that doesn't mean it's guaranteed for certain people. You know what I mean? I hope that made sense respectfully. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, but like that just don't make no sense to me, especially when there's like I don't know. And not only that, but just like and I'm saying this hypothetically. I'm just using that as an example, not in relation to my life. Because I've been like, you know, single for years. I've been and really just like dealing with the witches and the warlocks and just trying to like get my own life together and really just be in a space of like wanting to build something for myself, wanting to have something on my own that I created, that I worked on, that I built, that is not only something I could be proud of, but something that's a solid foundation, something that is lucrative and provides stability in a way where you don't have to rely on somebody else, you know? And I've been trying my best to build something like that in my life, and just it it's like it. And I don't like want to speak from a space of like not being in control of my own life, but there's certain things where it's like there's certain things in life that are out of your control. And it's like you want to go one way, you want to do this thing, but then you have all these extra factors outside of yourself, external factors that are like trying to push and pull you in different directions and tell you, "Oh no, don't do this right now, but do this later." And it's like, get the fuck out the way and just let me do my thing. Like that's just how I be feeling about life. And especially as a black woman in America, and there's like systemic racism, and people want to act like that's not a thing, and it is. And and you have systems trained to hold you back because of this stereotype or this caricature that is placed on you. And it's like, damn, what about my pursuit of happiness? Like, can I just pursue my happiness like anybody the fuck else and just like create a life for myself and build something on my own without it needing to be like attached or connected to some type of like conglomerate or some type of entity or a person? Like you can only thrive if you're connected this way. But it's like, why can't I just thrive because I exist and I'm really good at what I do and I'm ambitious and I'm determined, and it's not like I'm not willing to do the work, but it's just like when you're in spaces that you have like limited resources, limited privacy, limited guidance, and then when you do get guidance, you gotta sift through all the fucking BS, and it's like, just teach me what the fuck I paid to know. Respectfully. Like I'm willing to pay for the courses, I'm willing to pay for the classes and invest in my knowledge. But it's like when it's like inundated with foolery, it's like you're in the way. And I know that there's like a bigger agenda thing happening. And it's like, my life is not your fucking commodity. It may have been at some point, and I know, like, historically, this country is built on the free labor of Black folks being a commodity, and I know even though quiet as it's kept, those same systems still go on even within the Black community. However, regardless of that, I don't care. Like, I don't care about that. I deserve freedom, independence, autonomy, clarity, mental freedom, spiritual freedom, all those things for myself, just like anybody else. I deserve those things. I demand those things. I declare those things. And, sometimes it's frustrating when you're just trying to build and create something for yourself in your life where you can rely on yourself and know that you're building something with a solid foundation. And then you have all these things just trying to pull you in different directions or trying to tell you what to do with your life and when to do it. And it's just like, shut the fuck up and get the fuck out the way. Like, if you're not going to tell me what it is straight up, then like move, you know? Like, fuck your symbolisms and your hidden messages and, oh, but this person is good for you and this company is good for you and you should work over here and you should do this here. Why? If nobody gonna tell me why, or what the bigger agenda is, get the fuck out the way and just let me be great. That's all I be wanting to do. I just want to sing my songs. I want to, you know, invest in myself, invest in my skills, and be in a position where I can give back and, um, be of service. And whether it be through my music, because most of my music is in a really inspirational space, or at least, I try to be, um, despite frustrations and challenges in life. Um, but I can't focus on like lifting other people up if I'm constantly in a space where I have to like try to lift myself up, and in the midst of me lifting up and in trying to seek help, the help is like, nah, we're not going to lift you how you want to be lifted. We're going to lift you how it benefits us because we don't care about your autonomy. We don't care about your freedoms. We don't care that you're a person. We know that you are a source of energy and a source of power, and it benefits us. So, no, we're not going to go on your plan. You're not going to go and do life on your terms. You're going to do life on our terms because we're the ones in power. We have the money. And what you do benefits us. So, we'll help you a little bit. But as long as you continue your free, energetic labor, and I'm just in a space in this particular reality and space and time where I am dismantling all of that in my life. And if anybody's going through anything similar, I speak to that it's dismantled in your life as well. And that we're all free. And we all can do the things that we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it. We can make the mistakes that we need to make and learn from them and grow and evolve at not only our own pace, but as quick as we want to. Maybe we don't want to wait years to deal with something or pursue a career choice or pursue uh, an endeavor in life. Maybe you don't want to wait years to do that. Maybe you want to start now. And then even if you make mistakes along the way, you make the mistakes, but it's going to teach you and propel you forward. Sometimes it's just best to learn along the journey rather than when other people want you to. But anyway, that's the point that I wanted to make. I said I was going to say a prayer. That was a tangent and a low key rant. I'll be trying not to include too much of that one here, but here we are. Anyway, let's bring it back to prayer. So, with that said, I would love to speak to gratitude and manifest the things that we want in life. So, God, thank you for all the blessings that we've received in life, known and unknown. The things that we're aware of and the things that we may unintentionally take for granted. May you reveal the blessings in our lives that sometimes we may overlook, just living our everyday lives, just handling our everyday responsibilities, and just thinking that it's a given that we're supposed to breathe. It's a given that we're able to be able to go this way or that way. There was a moment earlier this week where there were certain, or not this week, last week, where I had certain challenges. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pray for gratitude. I know this is still the prayer. And I'm like grateful that I was in good health to be able to deal with the situation. Grateful to have a vehicle to get me from this place to another place. Grateful to have been able to um, be provided the service that I was at this particular facility for. Grateful that I was able to turn that situation into a positive and learn something from it. I'm grateful to be in a space to be able to speak up and defend myself and not just be someone that people could just push over and try to control and manipulate. Grateful that I have it within myself to be loving, but also stern enough to speak up and stand up for myself. And I pray that we all have that. And as we find the things to be grateful for in the positive and the negative circumstances in life, I pray that we manifest the things that we want, but we still strive for the things that we desire and hold space for where we want to grow and where we want to be challenged in life and how we want to evolve as people and the things that we want to learn, the type of communities that we want to build and be a part of. And there's always room to want more, and it's okay for that. And may we be willing, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, and able to receive it with love. May we be willing to receive the blessings that is out there for us and love, and may we be able to heal any traumas or stagnation or issues in life and be able to see the blessings and know that we are worthy of those blessings and we deserve it and that the blessings there are an abundance of blessings that are for us in this world and it's okay to receive it and it's okay to receive it with love. And may we continue to be open to receive the positivity in life genuinely and truthfully in love. All right, y'all. That's my TED Talk. That's my live stream. Thank you so much. I have exciting things coming up soon. I know my website is a little bit under construction, but for those who might watch the playback, um, I have music on there. I have merchandise on my website, NarisseM.com. So be sure to check that out. Um, I'm excited. I am getting back into working on music. As you can see, I've been practicing and hopes to, be able to perform live soon. So that should be exciting. But I want to make sure my vocals is right and I'm practiced and I'm confident in my voice and I'm confident in um, my delivery and that it's received well and I'm in the right spaces and I'm aligned with the right people and the people who really rock with what I have to offer are in alignment and can appreciate it. And yeah, so um that's kind of what I've been working on and I'm working on getting back into like some creative things. I've had a lot of ideas and I'm excited. And also like sometimes I'm a little hard on myself because I'm like, damn, I didn't get done as much as I wanted to this year. But then when I really think about it, I did get done a lot of things. It's just certain things just haven't been released yet. But like one of my live streams that I did a few months ago was like a photo shoot. And I mean, a lot of the looks were, I mean, all the looks were fabulous. And I was able to kind of like narrow down on some of my favorite images and pictures. And I'm just like, I ate this photo shoot. Like the styling, the look, the poses, like the hair, it was all a vibe. And I was really proud of it. And then I was listening to my rendition of a mashup that I did, Snooze at Our Spot, which is a mix of like Scissors, Snooze, and Meet Me at Our Spot by Willow and Tyler Cole. And I was really proud of like how I put that together, like with the harmonies and everything. And I was listening to it today. Well, I was reminded of it yesterday because I was doing a vocal practice and I was going through like this playlist that I had of like modern R&B songs that I would want to possibly perform. And Snooze was in there. And then I Snooze and Meet Me in Our Spot was in there. So I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I did do this mashup. And so like I was listening to it earlier today and I'm just like, yo, I really did that. Like vocally. Like I was really proud of the vocal arrangements and how I produced the record. And yeah, and it made me realize like, yeah, I've been doing quite a few things, like in the midst of in between like fighting the witches and the warlocks and and like learning how to, make it rain and all these things, in the world. And just like grocery shopping and just trying to take care of myself and cooking and, existing in the world. Um, there were creative projects that I did, and even though it might not like be officially released, but I know that there's footage and live streams, and I have been working on new music. I have been working on a lot of music this year, and sometimes I feel pressure to like, I haven't put out an official project in going on 5 years now, because Divine came out in 2020, and it's almost 2025, which is crazy to me. And I, like I said, with like one of the songs that I performed earlier today, otherwise, that song was written before the Divine EP even came out. Like that, I wrote that and recorded that song in 2019. So that song it is already 5 years old, and it hasn't been like officially released. But even still, like just as life has evolved, I'm glad it hasn't been released because I end up changing some of the lyrics in a way that feels more spiritually aligned and energetically freeing for me, which is what that song is supposed to be about. A liberation and I'm able to like tweak some of those lyrics. And I know I gotta re-record certain stuff because like my mic quality isn't the best right now. So like there's some upgrades that I have to like do as well. So like there's a lot of things. And I'm trying to be like patient with myself and have grace for myself and know that like there were I might not have been as creative as I wanted to be, but like for good I mean, for obvious reason with just things that I've dealt with in my own personal life. But then also at the same time, it's like being proud of the things that I did accomplish and the things that I did do. So yeah. All right. Anyway, this live stream is a lot longer than I want it to be, but it's okay. It's a practice, so it should be at least like a little bit longer in time. It's reasonable. It makes more sense. And yeah. So anyway, thank you all so much for being a part of this live stream. I hope you enjoyed this guitar practice, which there were some vocals in the midst of it too. It was more like a performance than it was practice, but Crossfire was the practiced song. So um yeah. Anyway, grateful for those who joined, who enjoyed the live stream. Thank you so much. Have a blessed night. Oh, I don't even think I finished the prayer. The prayer turned into a talk. Okay, anyway. And see, I'm gonna get better with this. I'm getting back into this live stream thing, so again, give me grace. But grateful for the things that we have in life, known and unknown. May we be in a space of gratitude, and may we also be able to receive the manifestations and the blessing that God has for us and the things that we want and our desires that we're working towards and creating in our realities. So it is, so it will be. Gratitude for what's been. Amen. I mean, I'm sure. I, I did finish the prayer, but now that I think about it. And then I went into like my promo stuff. But yeah. Check out the music. I have music on SoundCloud. I have the EP on streaming platforms, Divine. I know like purchase is a little tricky right now, but I'm working on some things. I'm getting back into handling it. But you will be able to purchase the EP on my website as well as merchandise. I know the holiday season is coming up, so you can support your girl. And also just like never mind. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Anyway, um, so yes, that's pretty much what I got going on right now. Um, and I'll see you guys for the live stream. I will let you all know what the structure is going to be. So y'all can, pop in when you want to. Of course, with much love. I don't tolerate that low vibrational stuff, and just know any low vibrational energy that you give, it will be returned back to you. That's just energetically proven. And when I speak it into existence, it just hits you a little bit quicker. Um, but I just suggest you come to this platform with love and light and respect because that's how I approach. Um, and not only that, but you know, and I really want this to be a space of like not only entertainment but like healing and elevation and empowerment. So yeah. All right. Much love to you guys. Have a blessed night. And yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to think if there was something else that I wanted to mention to you guys. I think um no, that's everything. All right. Have a blessed night. Take care, and I will see y'all